The country learned a lot about Elizabeth Edwards on the darker side of American politics and infidelity during the 2008 campaign. But I have a story from 2004 when Elizabeth Edwards was completely untroubled by those kinds of concerns. I covered all the Democratic campaigns along with other reporters in Iowa and New Hampshire. But I sort of went to Edwards after Howard Dean had come and fallen out of the race. So what my basic task for was covering the death of the next Democrat running against John Kerry. And that's what a lot of people showed up on the Edwards plane doing about this stage. Edwards was going to flame out, and we were all there for the flame out. So if you're the flame out reporter, and you're the flame out reporter from the Fox News channel covering the Edwards campaign, let's just say you're not welcomed with the biggest, warmest embrace imaginable. And you're also not familiar with all the key players in the Edwards family and or team, as I was not. And that brings me to this story. So I'm in the lobby of our campaign hotel. It's very early in the morning, and I'm completely distracted. As I recall, this is the morning before the Super Tuesday primary results have come in, and I'm completely distracted because I don't have enough clothes. I need to go find a blazer to get me through that election night, because the campaign blazer I've been wearing has become so tattered, so stained, so non-presentable that it's just not good for TV anymore. So I'm standing in front of the bank of elevators, totally in my own world, totally ignoring this woman standing right next to me, who happens to be Elizabeth Edwards, who fully expects me to look up and engage her in conversation because she happens to be the candidate's wife, and thinks any enterprising reporter with two brain cells that can be rubbed together with any frequency would have the awareness and basic common sense to look up and say, "Oh, hi, I'm Major Garrett, I'm covering your husband's campaign." I don't do that at all. And I completely stay in my own stage of oblivion, get on the elevator, get my campaign togs, go on the air that night. The next day, it's clear that Edwards is going to drop out, but we stay one more night in Atlanta. And Edwards and his wife decide to have a dinner for all the reporters covering the campaign. So I show up there, I walk in the door in this private dining room in this steakhouse in Atlanta, and Elizabeth Edwards makes a beeline for me. She says, "You have no idea who I am, do you?" And I said, "I'm Elizabeth Edwards. I'm the candidate's wife. Why didn't you even ask me who I was standing in the elevator?" And I was literally, for those of you who are too young to remember, get on your Google machine, type in Art Carney and the Honeymooners. I don't know what to say, Mrs. Edwards. Well, you're not much of a reporter, are you? How could you be a reporter covering a presidential campaign and not even introduce yourself to the candidate's wife? We've never even met. And I mean, she's just on me, and I can't tell if she's having fun with me. I can't tell if she's serious. And John Edwards across the room sees that I'm in this state of perpetual, near blood-curdling panic. And he walks over and he says, "Okay, all right, Elizabeth, you've had enough. You've worn this guy out to a frazzle. Major, this is my wife, Elizabeth. Welcome to our party."